my most marvelous apprentice. It's good to see you've made it safely to Alderaan. It really is a wonderful world. So rich in history. It's a shame you won't have time to visit the libraries.
Is there a point in all of this?
Your eagerness is welcome, apprentice. But it's important to know what you'll step into when you leave that ship. Alderaan is a planet in the throes of civil strife. A usurper sits on the throne and all of Alderaan's nobles make war. Your artifact was discovered by the Jedi Order years ago, and given to one of Alderaan's noble houses. I don't know which one.
Any idea where I should start?
House Thule is allied with the Empire. Their young leader, Alana Thule, is eager to help you. Go to House Thule and speak with her. Hopefully with her aid, you can reclaim the missing artifact.
Kings, my lord. I bring the good wishes of Moff Sarek, the officer entrusted with annexing this planet. He has been anticipating your arrival.
It is fitting that we speak.
Good day, my lord. It will well serve the aims of the Empire to have so accomplished a Sith on this planet. I expect you care little for the niceties of politics here, so I will be brief. The Empire intends to use Alderaan's succession struggle to bring it into the fold, and I'm offering you the opportunity to play a pivotal role.
I'll need details before I put my neck on the line.
The heir to Alderaan's throne was recently assassinated, right after withdrawing from the protection of the Republic. The planet's in civil war, and for the first time in thousands of years, without the armies of the Republic to bring order.
A divided world will fall quickly.
Yes, we must make our move now, while the throne stands empty. We have an alliance with one of the noble houses, House Thule. The house was exiled 60 years ago after a failed bid for power, and came to us instead. Unfortunately, they have proven too weak to do what's needed.
What do you want me to do?
Jorad, one of the Thul Lords, insists on following Alderaan's rules of civilized warfare. I want you to show him warfare is far from civil. Several of Thul's vassal houses have rebelled since Thul's connection to us became public. This cannot be allowed. Take a slave collar from my man here and drag one of these rebels to our weak-willed Lord Thul. Kill the rest and leave them where they fall.
Why didn't you say so sooner?
These lords of Alderaan must lose their foolish pride. Those who will not bow must drink.
What is... who... Krymar? Is that Krymar Novan? That's a free nobleman of Alderaan. Unhand him. Who are you? What's this about?
If you are to join the Empire, you should take more care to recognize those in power.
My lord.
All of Alderaan will be thrown into chains because of you!
Silent, slave. The sooner you see reason, the easier it'll be.
I've said before that being too harsh might stir greater rebellion, though, of course, that's up to you.
I believe that is up to me.
Sir.
This spineless toad will make a poor Lord of Alderaan.
Yes, it will take work to shape him. I hope you will undertake this for me. I would like to make you the voice of the Empire in House Thule. Aid Jorad and his men in crushing resistance to our rule. Obey him as if it were me, and with the same penalty for defiance. Tell him what you need, and he will ensure Thul's hold on Alderaan.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Penalty for defiance. I like the sound of that.
I suppose the Moff expects us to take on House Organa. They're one of our oldest noble houses and loyal to the Republic. Until recently, they've been without an army, but they've got supporters all over the planet, including here.
You'll never find them. They've got top-of-the-line cloaking, better than anything the Empire makes. No probes will get through, no spy sats, nothing.
You're weak and a fool.
House Organa denied raising an army, claiming it's just patriots defending their lands. But their attacks are too organized. We'll never find every group. We need to get inside their planet-wide communications, and that means finding a base with a physical link to slice into.
No Organa will leave your lands alive.
That's very thorough, but not entirely the point. The Organa guerrillas have a base hidden in some cave or other natural camouflage. There should be a master comlink there, guarded by their best soldiers. If you insert this computer spike, it'll give us a backdoor into all their communications.
Once we can hear them, there's nowhere on this world they'll be safe.
House Organa will not make another move without us knowing.
My lady, this must be the Sith we've been expecting. I can feel his power.
Welcome, Sith. I'm sorry for the chaos. Alderaan is on the brink of civil war, but House Thul owes the Empire so much.
The Empire isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Every government has its flaws. If not for the Empire, House Thul, I would not be on Alderaan today. But our history can hardly be of interest to you. Darth Zash mentioned you're after a certain artifact. Am I correct?
That's my little secret.
Fair enough, but from what little I know, I may be able to help you. Allow me to introduce Morin. He's my personal Sith guard. He did some preliminary investigation after Darth Zash called.
It is an honor. I've heard many things about Lord Zash's apprentice. I began my research on a hunch House Organa close to ties with the Jedi. We captured and chatted with a Chamberlain of House Organa.
He confirmed that Organa holds the artifact, and that it is kept in their private vault in the Elysium.
How dare you torture someone without me?
Apologies. I will be sure to bring you in on the fun next time.
Unfortunately, the Elysium is sealed tight, and the key is held by Nomar Organa, a powerful, revered, and insufferable Jedi Master. You are the only Sith on Alderaan who even stands a chance of defeating Nomar. We must bring him here.
Nomar Organa has a reputation for strength and power, but above all, for his principles. He is, by all accounts, the perfect Jedi, but everyone has weaknesses. Isn't that right?
Bring him here and I'll twist his arm.
I suggest you start in the library of House Alder. They are devoted keepers of Alderaan's history. Personal connections, I think, would be most useful. Siblings he was particularly close to, childhood friends. But be careful. House Alder is a close ally of Organa. They're likely to attack anyone from Thul on sight.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sith.
Imagine leaving your home for a sojourn into the galaxy. When you return, you find the manor infested. The wood is rotten and wriggling. Beetles carpet floors you raced across as a child, and maggots drop in tangled clumps onto your head. With due respect, my lord, this is what House Thul faces. An infestation of vermin.
Go buy a blaster and stop bothering me.
You can squash one, but not a million. The Killiks are Alderaan's native insectoid population. Man-sized, barely intelligent. It's the nobility's duty to contain the swarms underground. Unchecked, they are ravaging this planet, turning palaces into hives and cocooning the survivors. Generations caught in the mandibles of beasts.
That's not fear I smell, is it?
Legend has it Killiks once ruled the planet. Supposedly most flew to the stars, but how many remained in hibernation? House Organa has been neglecting their responsibilities against the vermin, but even they carry defenses against Killik hunting parties. If you could seize the Organa toxins and poison the Killik hives, well, the Killiks will swarm, and the other houses must defend themselves and do their part.
Not a bad idea.
We will all war against the Killiks, and Thul will save this planet from infestation.
Impressive work. You can see we now have access to the Organa systems. They're all talking about the ruthlessness and brutality of the recent attack. They do train you Imperials well, don't they?
You just need to learn to deal.
Moff Sarek told me to respect you, not to submit to schoolyard taunts. Now that we can monitor the Organa's communications, it should be possible to...
Lord Thule, the base is under attack.
Send aid quickly. Border Outpost 2 under attack. I repeat, under attack.
Perimeter defense is breached. We're under attack by assault droids. Repeat, a coordinated attack by probe and assault droids.
Blood of the Queen!
This gets more fun by the minute.
I'm getting data feeds right now. It's a coordinated attack. All 3 border outposts. Hunter-killers and probe droids. All I've got out there is a skeleton crew. You're the only one close enough to reach them in time. Please, save my bases, and bring me the memory cores from any probes you destroy. I want to know who's behind this. Good luck.
I don't need luck.
Thank you. Now hurry!
The Killik hives have been poisoned. They'll swarm soon.
And the noble houses must accept their obligation to combat them, thanks to Thule leadership. In another life, you would have made a fine royal guardian of the mountains.
I cannot thank you enough for your quick work. I don't know what the Organas were after, but that attack was long in the planning.
It is foolishness to spread your troops so thin.
We have not had outright war on Alderaan for generations. Our tactics are somewhat rusty. Who's the source of these? What were they looking for? And quickly!
The programming signatures point to Lord Cedric Kilesa.
Lord Kilesa is my vassal. He swore loyalty to me personally when we returned from exile.
Don't be a fool.
The parameters indicate the probes were to join an assault team in a... My lord, this program indicates an assault team massing in a tunnel between here and the Kilesa estate. I don't find any such tunnel on the blueprint.
The siege tunnel! Blood of the Queen! They're coming through the siege tunnel!
Those attacks were meant to draw your guards away from the palace.
The wretched traitor! That tunnel connects his lands directly to our estates. No one's used it in centuries, but the tunnel opens right under this room. What are we going to do?
Murder and mayhem await.
I would not have guessed your bloodlust would come in so handy. Moff Sarek gave us cartons of thermite explosives. They take time to set up, but they pack a punch. If you take them into the siege tunnel, you can collapse it on Cedric and his army. Seal the access, so they can't threaten us again.
Let's get it done.
I don't know what I'd do without you here. There's an entrance to the tunnel nearby. The storeroom is in the same area. I'll recall my troops to defend the surface, but there's no doubt the real battle will be below. Thank you.
So, you're the Imperial puppet who taught Jorad Thule to bite instead of bark. Does he lick your hand? Fetch your slippers? Real Alderaanians will never bow to the likes of you.
I've been asked to kill you, and I hate to disappoint.
Then do it. Another will rise in my place, and another after that, until the last infant child. If you had a shred of honor, you'd face me like a man of noble blood. Instead, you hide behind a box of thermite.
This tunnel's coming down.
Even our ruins are more alive than your empire. Retreat!
My lord, a moment, please. The blasted Jedi are interfering again. They've uncovered a holocron. Normally I wouldn't lose sleep over a Jedi knick-knack, but we intercepted an SIS transmission. This holocron's packed with condemning historic intel on House Thule. Crimes, barbaric acts, it could cost us Alderaan. We can't... Oh, sorry, chest pain, it'll pass.
Could you say that again?
Holographic chronicles. They're small devices, store incredible amounts of data, and, well, the specifics aren't pertinent. The Jedi just started deciphering the blasted thing. Perfect timing, too, right when my stress meds run out. As we speak, Jedi are trying to crack the holocron's secrets. Only a Sith of your strength can secure it.
I suppose I can lower myself to do this.
Thank you. I'm breathing easier already. Get that holocron, then give it to Lord Erdun, and teach those blasted Jedi a lesson. No, I'm alright, just go.
Stanel Thule, I was told you wanted to see me.
Yes, Moff Sarek said you'd be here. We've had an inspection team lost to the Killiks for days now, advisors from Droman Khas. They were inspecting one of our mining sites for lanthanide deposits. But in the middle of their inspection, the entire place was overrun by Killiks. We've had no communication for days.
What exactly does this have to do with me?
Moff Sarek wants the inspection team rescued, and fast. Apparently some of them hold serious rank off-world. And the Killiks don't exactly respond to negotiations. They're the native aliens here. Giant bugs with just enough sentience to shoot a blaster. Attacking these Killiks would take half our army, but apparently I'm too close to the problem to strategically assess its value.
Sounds like a huge waste of my time.
Wait, there's more to it. My daughter was leading that team. I don't know if she's alive or dead. If you can find her, find our advisors, free them if they're prisoners. I promise you a reward that will leave me bankrupt.
You start digging into that treasury. I'll get everyone out of that mine that walks on two legs.
If you rescue Daria, I will gladly give you my every last credit.
Lord Erdan, Agent Vickers said you'd be interested in this holocron.
The holocron? Yes. Jedi made, gatekeeper intact. Even predates House Thule's exile from Alderaan. Perfect. The Jedi were foolish to hide these secrets from the Sith. Thanks to you, they now belong to the Empire.
I thank you all for gathering here. Friends, family, everyone. As you know, this is the day that Rahana and I were to announce our intentions to be married.
No. What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Rahana, but I've had... there's been a change.
You coward!
I have a responsibility to the Jedi Order. I have decided to continue with my training in the Force. Off-world.
It's your family, isn't it? They talked you out of this.
Damn Organas think you're too good for us. For my daughter? You'd better be sorry. You will be sorry.
Where are you? Come out. I know you're there, you brain-stealing vermin. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you. Captain Asersha of House Thule. Can't speak now. Gotta keep an eye out. Killiks are everywhere. They'll turn us all into mindless drones to serve their hives. They must be stopped.
That's not fear I smell, is it?
There are bugs on this planet twice the size of men who can steal your mind. You don't find that unsettling?
Chaskruni do pat kurira do kanki kung. Chonki faguta jiho poda ji oto vokise. Poya toka changa goptula do batawana wanki. Ni at ambumpa poshuda mokili moklanki.
What exactly does this have to do with me?
Vitis aroda, kopana chapurko utman gisa? Buka kampak nijit, tonka yiliska chanaga. Se gota do muti kihasa da puño, lis di woto.
Just show me where the fun is.
Kuchusa yo mata chitoya, nam kanoya choski nawi. O pagthra wanawaga mi bunawa duetwipe.
Kill them all! Kill them with fire!
Che chopa kuma ni umpi but malia bedwana ni bobo.
Have removed those who are not of the nest. Had they stayed, they would have learned the peace of the joining. We will not deny you your prize. But leave now. There has been a song of swarming. We have claimed these mines for the nest.
I'll decide when I'm done here.
A human attitude. In the nest, no one needs to fight or defend a reputation or pride. Once we were called Daria Thul. Now we are known as new child of the Ukanuku nest. We have tasted the gel and scented the egg chamber. We have joined.
I don't care about some bug cult. I'm here for the reward.
We are of the nest now. You cannot take it from us any more than your lungs could live outside your body. There is no war among the kind, no hate, no confusion. We are one, and we are at peace. We will never return.
Am I supposed to care?
Here we are safe. Here we are at peace. Here we will stay.
Come with me, or die along with every Killik here. That's your only option.
No, we will never. We are hearing the voice of the nest. We have decided it is not worth many losses to save one. The nest has spoken. We will return.
I got what you wanted.
I heard the explosions. I hope those monsters burned alive. We'll remember this service when House Thul takes the throne.
Thank you. My medics are treating the inspection team for shock, but they seem otherwise unharmed. I wish I could say the same for my daughter. It is clear those monsters have drugged her, brainwashed her. I've heard of this, something in the pheromones that joins their captives to their hive mind.
Turn Thul's troops against the Killiks before they can destroy another mind.
You're right. What good is the throne of Alderaan if our world is first overrun by these bugs? They must be driven out! We should slaughter them until nothing but their mounds remain!
General Thul, excuse me. It is urgent I speak with my rescuer at once. I'm Agent Craig Graff, Imperial Intelligence. It was no accident those Killiks attacked when they did. The Ulgos pushed them toward that mine.
You make a habit of getting captured on your missions?
Of course not. But the Killiks share a mind. Once one sees you, there's no escape. We didn't even have time to activate a comlink, report what we'd learned. The push was orchestrated by the Ulgos, to distract us from something they're calling Operation Sunshower.
You Alderaanians are entirely too cheerful.
I've heard that term. It's come up a few times in the chatter we're getting from our back door into the Organa networks.
It's a baradium detonator, a massive explosive. They plan to strike at the heart of Thul lands. The detonator's being transported by Boris Ulgo's elite soldiers, former Republic Special Forces, with the best weapons they could take and all the training the Republic gave them.
Murder and mayhem await.
Just before the Killiks arrived, we acquired a data file that I believe to be the launch codes for the detonator.
If you really wish to strike fear into the heart of the Ulgos, get into the camp where they're holding it and set it off prematurely. It won't be the full force of the weapon, but let it be Ulgo that perishes, not Thul.
Status: enraged. Systems destabilizing. Mission objective incomplete. All supporting units are offline. Failure is not within mission parameters. This unit requests assistance.
What's happening here?
Complying. This unit was one of several Special Forces assault droids. Mission parameters: eliminate Ulgo stronghold defenses. Current mission status: impossible. Extensive damage to this unit requires core shutdown. All supporting units have been destroyed. Requesting assistance.
There will be no survivors.
Elimination of Ulgo defenses allows Stronghold to be secured by Imperial allies. Slaughter of Ulgo also avenges this unit and all offline units.
Thank you. You are again Thul's savior, saving our lands from devastation and death.
The abilities of the Sith are truly beyond the capacity of the rest of us to understand.
It was actually quite simple.
Then we must bow to your skill even more, for it is more than any of our troops could do. With the Ulgos retreating, I can turn all my troops to rooting out the Killiks, to the last squirming larva.
My superiors have been asking about you. There is some intrigue happening with House Rist. Trouble for our allies. If you're interested, look for Dathis Elgin. Moff Sarek has already commended you to him.
Excuse me, sorry to bother. We got men dying left and right at the border post, and we're out of Kolto injections. Organa's got medics by the river for their own men. Someone needs to requisition their supplies and take them to the border post or our boys will die.
Let's get it done.
Thanks. They don't have much time up there. Please, hurry. Medical Officer Willem is waiting.
I have succeeded where you failed. The Ulga defenses have been dealt with.
Each unit offers its gratitude to the Sith Lord. Current status, relieved. Offline units have been avenged. Commencing core shutdown.
Keep me apprised of the situation, Ertl. We may need to take action. Ah, Sith. Sorry to keep you waiting. I hope your search in House Alde was fruitful. I've been anxiously dreaming up scandals we could catch the spotless Nomar Organa in.
Not really a scandal, but he was engaged once.
Engaged? Interesting. Jedi aren't usually the marrying kind. Let me see. Engagement announcement, Nomar and Rihanna. My goodness, this is juicy. It must have been somewhere between 20, 30 years ago. Long before I was born, but I remember hearing my nurses talking about it. The sister to the Lord of House Rist was engaged to a prominent noble against the wishes of both their families. The coward broke it off.
And here I thought Jedi were supposed to keep their promises.
I don't know about that. But the timing of this holo recording is right, as is the name, Rihanna. Rist is a house of highly trained assassins, and Lady Rist is no exception. But she is perhaps most noted for her stubborn refusal to marry, and for the humiliations she pours on those who ask.
Do you think she still loves Nomar Organa?
I'd say it's a fair bet. If Rihanna is Lady Rist, I think it's quite clear that she is. Then the Swtor is our perfect Jedi, Nomar Organa. And if she is still in love with Nomar, then you may be able to convince her to lure Nomar to Alderaan.
Assassin or Jedi, they will both obey.
But be wary. To reach Rihanna Rist, you'll have to contend with the deadliest assassins on Alderaan. Good luck, Sith.
I hope your search is going well, my lord.
Ah, Sith. Dathis Elgin, Imperial Advisor to House Thul. Am I glad to see you? House Thul faces a crisis that threatens to undermine their entire position on Alderaan. And the Empire's as well.
Not without appropriate compensation.
If you save Thul, I'm sure they'll gladly provide a reward. House Rist, Alderaan's House of Assassins, is currently aligned with the usurper House Ulgo. But there was a time when Rist did all manner of secret jobs for whomever paid. Now the dirty details of those jobs are threatening to get out.
Next time, don't hire assassins.
Every noble house on Alderaan has done underhanded things. Thul is not unique. A former Rist assassin, kicked out for revealing the identity of one of his employers, is blackmailing Thul. He says he'll reveal every assassination, every kidnapping, every conniving thing Thul has done unless we pay him.
We wouldn't want that to happen, now would we?
If Thul is brought down, we might as well just hand the planet back to the Republic. We've arranged a meeting to deliver payment. But he's recruited some of Rist's best assassins to his side. I don't trust him. That's why I need you. Someone strong enough to withstand whatever trap he intends to spring.
It's as good as done.
This man wants to establish his own House of Assassins, and he has demanded land and a title as payment for his silence. Take this case and meet him at the assigned meeting place. If he takes the bribe, fine. If not, kill him.
Just a little longer, Mac. Help's coming. Captain Tate send you? Thank goodness. All these men owe you their lives. Thank you.
Just doing my part.
Sorry, but I take their well-being kind of personally. They're good soldiers, every one of them. You should have seen what they did to the other guys.
What a pleasant surprise. I'm Officer Vesk, Imperial Intelligence. Been following your exploits for a while now. I'm quite a fan. Wish we could discuss how you demolished Operation Sunshower, but I can't waste another second. House Rist is plotting to attack the Empire, and I've got the intel to prove it.
I'm sure there's nothing to be concerned about.
As vassals to House Ulgo, pretenders to the throne, the Rist seek to wipe us out. Members of their elite assassin squad are preparing to kill Thule and Imperial High Commanders. They're expendable, but a chance at killing some of the Rist's greatest assassins is too good to pass up.
The assassins' bodies will be cold long before their targets arrive.
That's the enthusiasm I've heard so much about. The Rist are already awaiting their prey. Find their ambush points, kill the assassins who lurk there.
Face it, Tejan. Lieutenant Groll gave me more commendations than anyone in this unit. He clearly would have wanted me in charge.
I was running ops with the lieutenant while you were still polishing boots at the academy, boy. Now shut it. We've got company. Sorry for the fuss, my lord. Sergeant Tejan, Bravo team.
Sergeant Pratt, Alpha team. We just lost our CO and half our unit trying to raid the Alder estate.
You will answer to me now.
As you say, my lord. Beats taking orders from Brat here.
It's Pratt. Our target is Padras Organa. Rumor is he's being groomed as House Organa's next heir. His ransom could finance our campaign for a year.
Security's tight, but we might be able to nab the little bugger if you can distract the guards.
Sounds fraught with danger. Count me in.
The compound is crawling with Organa and Alder sentries. Hit the alarm and they'll come running.
You just need to hold them off long enough for us to secure Padras and make our escape. We'll let you know when we're clear.
Well, brother, would you look at this? A Sith. I guess Thule isn't half as stupid as I thought. It won't do them any good, but I give them points for trying. Now, if you'd kindly hand over the payment.
I think I'd rather just kill you.
To arms, men!
Congratulations, Sith. You've broken into my home, butchered my assassins, and forced your way into my personal chambers. Can I at least offer you a drink before you start making demands?
The only thing I will drink is your blood.
I'm afraid my blood is not on offer. Not without a fight, at any rate. So tell me then, what does Alana Thule want?
I don't know about her, but I want to discuss Nomar Organa.
Well, well. Let me guess. You dug this holo out of some dusty archive in House Ulder. Let's just say that his Royal Jedi-ness Nomar Organa and I are ancient history, and leave that dead dog buried.
Tell me about Nomar Organa, or die.
You think because you are Sith you can intimidate me with threats. I've seen more of war than either you or that little bird Thule, and you won't get anything out of me without a fight. All right. You win. I'll call him. Nomar Organa's not worth dying for. But then I want you out of my home.
You're hardly in a position to make demands.
No, I suppose not. Let me bring him up.
Rahana, What a surprise.
I know. It must be. Nomar, there's something I need to talk to you about.
Go ahead. Anything I can do. Anything at all.
Not like this. It's a favor I need, here on Alderaan. I was hoping we could meet.
Of course. I can be there in a few hours. The old place?
Yes, the old place. Thank you. There. Are you happy now?
I'll be happy when you're dead.
Tell me you've defeated Vessix. Tell me you managed to destroy the evidence of Thul's misdeeds before Ulgo was able to distribute it.
And for the last order of business, let's talk money.
Never in my entire life have I been so relieved. Here is a reward from House Thul. You've done a great thing for the Empire. I hope you realize that.
I did my part. You have the prisoner.
Padras, of course. We extracted him easily enough.
What do you mean, we? I'm the one who had to carry that whiny brat. Nice work drawing those guards away. Allowed us to get in and out without a fuss. Padras had some spending money on him. Figured you earned any spoils.
News of your actions is rippling across Alderaan. The Rist are wounded.
It's done now.
You're right. It's been an honor. I've always dreamed of working with you. I'll continue monitoring Rist. If they plan to retaliate, we'll hear about it first.
You're not Ulgo. There's something you need to know. Come close. I must ask a task of you, and the rivers swarm with Ulgo murderers. Tell me, do you care for Alderaan? Or only for the house you serve?
I help all who would bring this planet peace.
Then we are brethren. I am Sedaris of House Pantier's Queen's Guard. I failed my queen, and now Alderaan is leaderless. Queen Pantier was killed when her transport crashed in this river. Her body was found, but her crown still lies in the water. When this war ends, only House Pantier can pass on the crown and create the next legitimate ruler of Alderaan.
And what exactly is in it for me?
Every noble house wants House Pantier's blessing on their victory day. Alderaan needs a ruler. Find the crown. Evade the army. Take it to Captain Lieber of the Queen's Guard in the mountains. He can be trusted.
I will enjoy seeing Pantier squirm when I offer them their jewel.
Petty. But our hope lies with you.
My lord, please stand by a moment. I have urgent orders to put you into contact with my superior, Darth Victus.
Ah, you've arrived, finally. I'm told that you've served Darth Zash well in your time as her apprentice. I am Darth Victus. Our Empire has need of you, Sith, here and now.
I'm a little tied up at the moment.
It would be unwise to ignore the opportunity to serve the Empire's interests. The task at hand involves House Pantier, the weakened former rulers of Alderaan. Though most believe them wiped out, a few stragglers yet survive. These surviving Pantiers are needed to legitimize House Thul's eventual rule. We are creating an understanding with them even now, but the forces of House Ulgo plan to interfere.
Yawn.
Your amusement is not my concern. Ulgo has strike teams massing Thranta for transport. They intend to assault the Pantier's mountain hideaway and slaughter all surviving members of the House. The eradication of House Pantier would greatly impede our plans for House Thul's ascendance. It cannot be allowed. You will find the Ulgo strike teams and destroy them at once.
There will be no survivors.
I would accept nothing less. When it is done, report back to Lieutenant Muir. We will continue our discussion then. Farewell.
Good luck.
I'm Lord Malachose. I was told you were coming and was given some background information. Your exploits prove you are capable, but I require more.
Jopechuta, kasoyali koira doi kapa kayotopa.
The Organas have sent spies and several Padawan Jedi here to scout the Ulgo's fortress. I need the Organas dispatched.
Murder and mayhem await.
Quantity of casualties is secondary. You will assault the pride of the Alderaanians. They believe warfare can be conducted civilly.
Cha kulkadu maji tahus hagwa upa.
This is why the Organas must be shocked into hating the Ulgos more than the Empire or House Thule. Disgust is our weapon. If the Ulgos will not provide a sufficient outrage, a sufficient atrocity, we, that is you, must do it for them.
I doubt they will cleave to their precious rules once their opponents do not.
Exactly. Your assignment is to kill the Padawan Jedi and scouts of the Organas.
Chopting wampala hagwa doi biska.
The ultimate goal is for the Organas to exhaust themselves, bringing war to the Ulgo's doorstep. Revulsion is the first step in this plan.
I will give you atrocities, in abundance.
Enthusiasm is good, but I do not suggest improvisation. We have here a kit containing common implements Ulgo soldiers carry. These items will give the act the homemade authenticity needed to convince a skeptical observer. Kill the Jedi, kill the Organas, use the tools provided, and return here. It is not so difficult if you have the will.
Welcome back. Probes have confirmed the full elimination of Ulgor's strike teams. I will contact Darth Victus immediately. My lord, Lieutenant Muir, the matter is dealt with.
Perfect. The Empire is fortunate to have such a capable servant. This accomplishment will be well rewarded.
Are we finished?
So long as enemies remain to be crushed, the Empire's work is never done. I'm currently engaged in negotiations with the Pantia survivors at their mountain hideaway. I will arrange for you to be allowed inside. Be sure to conduct yourself cautiously. The Pantia hideaway is neutral soil. They won't tolerate uncalled-for aggression. One obstacle still stands before our plans for House Thule. Buris Ulgo, the supposed king of Alderaan himself. We'll speak more when you arrive.
Farewell, my lord.
Ah, so you're here now too. Soon everyone will know that House Pantia wasn't wiped out when House Ulgo invaded and took their castle. Inside, political leaders from House Thule and House Organa stumble over each other to win Pantia's favor and a future crown.
Who are you?
I am General Gavir, command of the 3rd Battalion, and I'm taking it upon myself to win House Pantia's allegiance to the Empire. House Organa has just launched a surprise attack to liberate Castle Pantia from the occupying Ulgo forces. Thul's leaders were planning a similar campaign, but Organa has beaten us to it. If they succeed, House Pantia will be beholden to Organa.
I won't let that happen.
Good, because you are in a position to help ensure Organa fails. My men already march on the castle, preparing to decimate the Organan offensive. You could attack before they arrive, ensuring a Thul victory. Wipe out enough Organa forces so that defeat is imminent. Their failure will expose them as weak to Pantia.
There will be no survivors.
That will work too. In fact, while there, if you could take a large enough bite out of Ulgo, you'll make our cleanup that much easier. But Organa's failure is paramount, so concentrate your effort on their ranks and see me when you're done.
Captain, I admire your principles, But it is clear Organa offers no help on what matters most to House Pantier.
You need not try to sell me again on House Thule, Fixer. But who is this? What do you want with the Queensguard, stranger?
First feast your eyes, then beg.
That is hardly the diplomatic way to... I see.
If that is genuine, it is worth the lives of every man here, and then some.
Captain, surely this will sway your vaunted neutrality. The Empire and House Thule giving you...
The symbolism does not escape me, Fixer. But that crown has never changed hands without enormous cost. What do you seek in return for the crown? An alliance? Or merely a deal?
You can't put a price on peace, so start handing me credits until I say stop.
But what of House Thule? We require a Pantier alliance and your loyalty to our empire.
You have neither credits nor crown in your hands, Fixer. I had not imagined the Sith to be so financially motivated. But credits are a lesser currency than blood and loyalty. I will pay.
Do not think this independence will go unnoticed by the Empire.
Ignore him. Yours are unlikely hands to have brought the crown home. But on such chances, our future turns.
Good, you've arrived. Allow me to introduce you to Lord Oren Pantier, nephew of the late Queen Selara Pantier, rightful Queen of Alderaan. Your lordship, this is the hero I spoke to you about. The one who prevented Ulgo's barbarous attack against your noble house.
It is an honor to meet you. My family owes you a great debt. You will always be welcome in the home of Pantier.
I didn't come here to trade friendly banter.
True enough. It certainly isn't why we asked you here.
The elimination of House Ulgo's strike teams has forced them to draw men from their castle guard. The heart of their house lies exposed. Given your exemplary service in defense of House Pantier, Lord Oren has deigned to grant you an opportunity to shape the future of Alderaan.
Boris Ulgo, head of House Ulgo, has betrayed the noble laws of Alderaan and stolen the throne for himself. It will be your task to remove it from him.
It would be an honor.
Just as I told you, your lordship, the servants of House Thule and its allies are as fearless as they are loyal.
So I see, Lord Victus. So I see. Please, do everything within your power to capture Boris Ulga alive. The people of Alderaan deserve to see that usurper face justice. They deserve...
Begging your pardon, my lord. An urgent matter requires your attention.
Very well. Tell me what's happened.
Captured alive, you will do no such thing. Even in chains, Boris Ulgo is a threat to House Thule's ascendants. He must be killed at all costs.
Boris Ulgo has seen his last sunrise.
Excellent. Ah, your lordship returns to us.
My apologies. Now, you understand the gravity of the task being given to you, don't you? Boris Ulgo is at the center of a castle stolen from our house, surrounded by an army of loyal troops. Until now, no one has dared challenge his position.
Murder and mayhem await.
Just be sure you show discretion where Boris Ulgo himself is concerned. I'll arrange for a special detachment of our elite Queensguard to move in behind you and collect the usurper once the job is done. Good luck.
Do not fail us.
And here we are. It's just as I predicted. A mere tool of the Sith Empire, just like the beasts in House Thule, sent to wrench the throne of Alderaan away from those who rightfully possess it.
That's not fear I smell, is it?
The righteous have nothing to fear from bloodthirsty thugs like you. I was the only one strong enough to do what was necessary. The people of this world deserve a leader who will defend them. I will not surrender this throne for you or for anyone else. Only I can keep it safe. Only I can protect Alderaan.
It's past time I ended you.
I believe I've tolerated your intrusion long enough. Destroy this assassin men! Defend your king! Defend Alderaan! This is not over. I'm not dead yet! I won't let you win. I won't let the Empire's shadow fall over Alderaan.
So ends the reign of Boris Ulgo.
For Alderaan!
Area secure, everyone. Looks like the hard part's been taken care of. That's him, isn't it? Boris Ulgo has finally been defeated. The Usurper's reign has finally ended. Lord Orin, the mission was a success. Boris Ulgo is dead.
Dead? That's no more than that traitor deserved, I suppose. Lord Victus, our house owes you and House Thule a great debt.
You are very gracious, your lordship. We are only too happy to grind this treacherous scum under heel on behalf of the people of Alderaan. Isn't that right?
A bit of violence always cheers me up.
Ah, yes. Well, good. You have removed Boris Ulgo from the throne and proved House Thule's commitment to the future of Alderaan. So, you will have my support.
Will your influence be enough to persuade those misled brothers and cousins of yours who have sided with House Organa?
I'll do my best, but the Organos may not take well to losing. I fear this conflict could be far from over.
Next time, don't look to me.
It would be a shame if you refused any further opportunities to serve. You should keep that in mind. Your work is done for the time being. You can go on about your own business.
House Pantier will never forget what you've done for us. Thank you.
I took care of the Organon offensive. The Ulgos, too.
Now our army will easily take the castle. This could deliver an alliance with House Pantier. House Thul and the Empire have you to thank.
And for the last order of business, let's talk money.
Of course! I've even dipped into my personal commission. May only victory find you. For the glory of the Empire.
Clever trick, Sith. Getting Rahana to call me down here like it was some sort of emergency. But frankly, I'm insulted. Where's Rahana? You've gone to no effort to disguise your trap.
She had outlasted her usefulness.
By your measure, yes. But you trade in selfishness and murder equally. I cannot permit that vile artifact to fall into Sith hands. Unlike you, I am a person of principle.
Killing you will be such fun.
The light will prevail, Sith, even against darkness as black as yours.
Sith, so sorry to interrupt. I hope your meeting with Lady Rist went well.
I think that should stay my little secret.
Like I said, I'm very sorry to trouble you, but we have a problem on our hands, and you may be the only one who can solve it.
If I had 50 credits for every time someone said that.
I have intelligence that Organa is preparing a reprisal for your raid on House Alder. According to our spy, Organa has assembled a contingent of Jedi to attack House Thule. I sent Ertl and his Sith to investigate, but they haven't returned.
Do you think Ertl's been killed?
We've lost contact, and I fear the worst. Please, all I ask is that you locate and take out Organa's Jedi contingent within House Organa before they have a chance to strike. And if you could find out what happened to Ertl and the other Sith, I would appreciate that as well. But the Jedi are first priority.
There will be no survivors.
Thank you, and I assure you House Thule is a generous ally. Thule also has a vault in the Elysium, and the key will be yours, once our safety is assured. Organa will expect an attack and be heavily guarded. Please, hurry. I don't know how much time we have. Sith, we just received word from House Organa. They want a temporary truce. Apparently you were too much for them.
I cut through their Jedi like butter.
Yes, that's the impression I got. House Thul is once more indebted to the Empire, and of course, to you personally. The Elysium is where the houses keep their dearest treasures. I'm sure you'll find something of value. Thank you again, Sith. House Thul is once more secure. I don't know what would have happened without you.
You got time to chat?
Odd. You never struck me as one for idle conversation.
Haven't been aboard too long. Like to know who I'm working with. Nothing touchy-feely, just enough to know you got my back.
You get my back, I'll get yours. Simple as that.
We see eye to eye. Just one more thing. You ever butt heads with the Republic, let me have a shot. I got a score to settle. And it'll be a long time before I call it even. You hear that, Sith? Nothing like it in the galaxy. The hum of an idling blaster. Potential energy right there. It's like waking up on your birthday wondering what you got. For a few minutes, it's anything. A whole galaxy, just waiting for you to pull the trigger.
What do you call it?
Nah, don't name my blasters. It's a bad idea to get attached. Actually, I was wondering. These blasters are nice, but a pirate's only as good as his equipment. We don't got fancy force powers like you Sith.
I think I have a spare set here, if that's what you're asking for.
I'll pay it back, Sith. Don't worry. Thanks. Need something?
How's the ship flying?
Tight. Perfect. No complaints here. You know, I think I heard the ship's engine making a strange noise earlier. Mind if I check it out sometime?
Do you think it's a serious problem?
Won't know until I look. Probably just space dust. We gotta be sure. I'm no expert, but a buddy of mine back before the war taught me most of what I know. Carl Norn, best technician I knew. Worst card player. Could never see when the deck was stacked against him. And it always was.
You have quite the colorful group of friends.
Pirate business has all kinds of people. Made me first mate after the war, on a ship called the Bloodshot Ranker. I learned a lot before he gambled the ship away. But you're sick of hearing me jabber, huh?
Ah, apprentice. You have the artifact. Wonderful. And Lady Thul sends her thanks once more for your aid against Organa's Jedi.
I crushed my enemies underfoot.
And won an important victory. Lady Thul is a vital ally to the Empire. By all accounts, you have a very promising future ahead of you, apprentice. Now that you've found the last of the artifacts, I hope to see you on Droman Cars as soon as possible. We still have much work to do.
You're looking for Zash? Well, she's not here. Allow me to introduce myself. Darth Thanaton. Don't worry. I haven't done anything to your master. I'm far too interested in how this game she's playing will turn out. I've waited a long time to meet you. Your rise from the slave pens has been non-traditional, to say the least.
Is there a problem with where I came from?
Others have risen from slavery to do great things. I'm not concerned with your origins. The trials on Korriban are an honored tradition designed to sift out the unworthy. I trust they've served their purpose. I want to speak to you about your master.
That seems to be everyone's favorite subject these days.
Really? I'd love to hear what everyone has to say. Darth Zash is arrogant and reckless. The reckless have a way of defeating themselves in the end. When she finally self-destructs, be careful not to get caught in the blast. A young Sith should not associate himself too closely with a master like Zash.
It's all right. I'm going to kill her anyway.
I will pretend I didn't hear that. You must seek your own way. Carve out your own victories. The cult you won on Nar Shaddaa was a good first step, but it's not enough. A Sith cannot live without a power base. Good luck.
My child, your power has grown since we last met. Your strength will rise and shake the Sith. I feel it. Now, I have another gift for you. One that was dearer to me than even my life. My own lightsaber. Until now, lost to me. But through your great power in the Force, I have found it. You must claim it.
So where do I find this lightsaber?
I entrusted it to my faithful retainer, Jonas Aeschylus, the only servant who didn't betray me when Tulak Horde moved against me. He swore he and his heirs would keep it safe until the time that my heir would return to claim it. His heir is on Nar Shaddaa, working in one of the casinos there. Her name is Mila Aeschylus. Go to her and claim your inheritance.
You're Mila Aeschylus, aren't you? I believe you have a lightsaber that belongs to me.
I knew this would happen. I warned him, but he wouldn't listen. Please, don't kill me. I'll get the lightsaber back, I promise.
You don't have the lightsaber.
It's not my fault. It's my father's. Dad was never very smart, but a couple of years ago he topped himself. Put everything we had, lightsaber included, on the sabacc table against a sleazebag named Gil Rosen, a known cheater. Lost it all.
You will wish your father had walked away from that table.
I warned him. But Mill, he says, you gotta stop believing in myths. Now he's dead, and I'm paying off his debts. All of them. I'd get the lightsaber back, but Rosen has it, and he's holed up in the industrial area. It's too dangerous, and I can't exactly afford help.
Your cowardice sickens me.
Look, you want to go? Fine. But I'd get killed. Rosen will have guards everywhere. Oh, and please don't kill me. Only an Aeschylus can open the lightsaber case. It's some kind of genetic lock, so if you get it, bring it here.
You shouldn't have come here, Seth. I've got eyes and ears all over this city. I heard all about your little talk with the Aeschylus whelp. Lucky for you, I'm feeling generous, so I'm willing to make a deal.
How about you give me the lightsaber, and I let you live?
Look, I'm standing here with Nar Shaddaa's toughest mercenaries. Guys that make the Sith look like school teachers. So, what I'm thinking is, you're gonna listen to me. That's what I'm thinking. Here's what I propose. I give you the lightsaber, and you come work for me as my own personal Sith. That, or you pay me 3 million credits.
I don't think so.
All right then. You made your choice. Boys, kill the Sith.
Sir, you do realize...
No complaints. I don't pay you to complain. Kill him. Kill him! What are you doing?
Sorry, boss. You can't pay me enough to fight no Sith.
You don't get off that easy.
No! I don't want to die!
Hey, look, lay off the lightning this time, okay?
It's so much fun.
I can't take much more of this. Just give me the case already. There. There's your lightsaber. Now go, please.
Here's something to remember me by.
Please, no more!
Apprentice, you have all the artifacts. Excellent. Meet me on Dromund Kaas immediately. I'm sorry I don't have more time to talk. There is much work to do to prepare the ritual.
Look at her. No time to talk. Too busy plotting your demise. Cruel witch. You have done well, flesh of my flesh, in seeking out your inheritance. But things are more dire than I suspected. I have discovered the nature of Darth Zash's strange rituals. There is no doubt that she intends to cause you harm.
I knew it was too good to last.
Yes. Her words smell of honey and taste of poison. Zash praises your great strength, yet she fears it. The rituals she performs are to protect her against the Force. Ask yourself, why go to such lengths to defend herself against the Force if she has no intention of fighting you?
I'm not afraid of Zash.
Do not let Zash move first. Arm yourself with anger. Steel yourself with hate. Crush her before she has a chance to strike. And if at all possible, do not face her alone, but bring an ally who can break through her defenses.
Zash won't know what hit her.
Good. I can be no further help to you. I am too weak to face Zash. It depends on you. Just remember, whatever you do, do not enter the Dark Temple alone. Zash is prepared.
Apprentice, you've arrived on Dromund Kaas. Marvelous. Let's get right to work. Secrecy is vital, so I've secured us a nice, out-of-the-way spot for the ritual. Meet me in the innermost chamber of the Dark Temple, where you pacify the apparition, and we can begin.
It's time you told me what this ritual entails.
I will, Apprentice, but not here, not now. Come to the Dark Temple, and I will share all in private. But there is one thing. Given the sensitive nature of this ritual, I would ask that you not bring your pirate companion. Your Deshard is fine, desirable even, given the sensitive nature of your bond to him.
I understand completely.
Good. Now hurry and meet me in the Dark Temple. The sooner you arrive, the sooner we can begin.
Such marvelous power radiates from you now. Clear, strong. You have truly come into your own. I've arranged for you to receive the title of Lord of the Sith. I hope you realize what an honor and responsibility it is. As a Darth, I answer only to Darth Thanaton, who answers to the Dark Council. As a Lord, you're only one step below that, and you tower above many.
It's about time greatness got its due.
Do not get ahead of yourself, apprentice. There is still the ritual to undergo. And I'll warn you, the ritual may prove a trying experience, but once it's done, you will be truly great, truly powerful.
If by powerful you mean dead.
Apprentice, where did you get an idea like that? When have I ever tried to do you harm? The truth is, I've not been completely honest with you. I wish I could have been, but the timing was not right. Look at me, apprentice. I am sorry to have concealed it from you for so long, but it was such a pleasant vanity to share in your youth.
You make Rhodians look kissable.
Listen, apprentice. Various Force rituals have helped me maintain my appearance and some of my vitality. But inevitably, life fades. I'm dying, apprentice. My will, my intellect, my spirit are as lively as ever, but this body is dying.
Tell me what this has to do with me.
Everything. You will be my second chance, my new life. Be prepared. As the ritual ends, you will likely see me collapse before you feel it taking effect. Do not panic. Know that this is what I have trained you for, primed you for, from the start.
This doesn't sound promising.
Don't worry. I imagine it will be just like falling asleep. We will accomplish so much once I am in command of that wonderful vessel of yours. Just hold still. You can't stop this ritual from happening.
Apprentice! What have you done to me? Why couldn't you just hold still for a few moments longer? Why couldn't you call your monster off?
I need to learn that ritual.
That monster broke through my defenses, interrupted my concentration, and diverted the entire ritual. 5 years of preparation, finding the right person, training them, researching the artifacts, gathering them, wasted! You were my legacy! My one chance to defeat death! You fool! You have ruined everything!
Go away and give me Ken back.
No, apprentice. It looks like you're stuck with me now. But I wonder how powerful your friend Ken was. Powerful enough to punish you for your rebellion.
This doesn't need to end in violence.
What is this? Why can't I hurt you? That bond! That damn bond! How can your will be stronger than my own? I am the master, not you!
This is what we call a classic reversal of fortune.
Pataya gila senaim, panabidu pi pugdu gas fantan. Swayway silbans in iswish, paman ik alkasjam, guidis intis isvares.
I'm just as befuddled as you, whoever you are.
Was jabe wise jabe, prophetis, wisans jagara haitain. Unswekon pose warpai nupai insats jains ones jan. Mat insok ja, himan kudana, ja ayun pro kumana.
It seems Zash went into your body, but you didn't leave.
Manzgasai.
Protest all you like, Ken Vol, servant of Tulakord, but your ancient master's artifact has been turned against you. And through some strange and miraculous trick, neither you nor Zash have full control.
Where were you when everything went sideways a few minutes ago?
I have been watching from the shadows all along, powerless to help. But it's clear, my help was not necessary. Flesh of my flesh, you have defeated your master. The great danger that I feared is past. Your rise to glory complete. I don't know whether we will chance to meet again on this side of death, but I am at peace. I came to say goodbye, and good luck.
I'll see you around then.
You are Lord Khalid now. It was once a glorious name. Use it well.
I'm telling you, Corin, Zash is not all there. All this talk about dreams, it's nonsense.
No, Carl. I saw Zash enter, and we both saw her first apprentice go in later.
If I went around expecting everything I dreamt to come true, I'd...
Look, Carl.
Darth Zash! You murdered her!
I'll finish you off just as easily.
Hold your weapon, Carl. This is not what Zash wanted. My lord, we have not met, but Carl and I are Zash's newest apprentices. She honored us by telling us about a prophecy, a dream she had, one that has now been fulfilled by you.
Oh, I know all about her dreams.
Darth Zash dreamt that her strongest apprentice would eventually rise to destroy her. But she also foresaw that the same apprentice would rise to bring new glory and strength to a fragmented Sith Order. She went knowingly to her death at your hand, so that you could lead the Sith to glory.
Zash was weak, and I crushed her easily.
As she knew you would. We have been anticipating this day since Zash first leaked the rumors of your incredible triumph over Darth Swtor. Zash answered to Darth Thanaton on the Dark Council. He'll want to speak to you, but we are your servants.
Ken, will you do the honors?
Afgudan Heifst. Patai Guibanist. Ni fragais Frau Jan. Kup Peinana.